Hey everyone, Liquid here, and what I'm going to be talking about is how someone who has never really pushed before, but is active in a war community type environment, can take advantage of the loot bonus in the Champs League. A lot of the skills that you learn in the warring community is easily transferable, and as a three-star approach to the pushing. That's how I've used it, and I've been fairly successful so far. I'm not an expert by any means, so if you know a better way of doing it, please let me know. I'd love to take advantage of it and exploit it as much as possible. But for those of us in my clan, at least, that were struggling to get going, hopefully there's some tips here that can get you on the right track. So I just got to Titans earlier today, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. It I almost quit a couple of times, and really proud of myself for getting there. I'm hoping to keep pushing, and we're gonna go, and hopefully the sky's the limit, right? Now I've been getting a lot of questions from my clan over the last couple of days. As when we started this, there was about 5 or 6 of us that decided we were going to push up to Titans as a challenge, as something different. We've been warring a lot. As you see, the clan's on like a 46 win streak, so it hasn't exactly been the most difficult streak for wars. And 3 of us have made it to Titan. Now, actually, it's ironic because 2 of those 3 um, weren't part of the original 6. So most of the people that are down here in Champions 2 and 3, and some people in Masters were actually part of that group. We've also got, if you go to our feeding clan, our feeder clan, there's a couple people there that were part of that group, and they're all in the same boat. So I'm not exactly sure what's holding them back. A lot of them are using similar strategies, and I'm not sure what they're doing wrong. So hopefully this video helps tie everything together and at least shows them what I did, and hopefully it answers some questions for them. So um, this is a video that's designed to help them. It hopefully it helps other people as well. But I'm for the most part I'll be addressing the members of the clan here in this video. So actually what started it for me was earlier today, and actually you'll see I've already got one 3-star. I made one attempt at shooting this video and my computer crashed, so I won't be able to utilize that 3-star as a live raid, but I will show it as a replay. But I had this failed raid here of 32 cups. Now that's devastating. So essentially what happened was I YOLO'd, I ran out of time, my personal break was about to start, and I missed it. And I would have been better off to just let it go, right? But no, I went for it, and there it is. So that will haunt me now for the next 8 raids until it drops off my log. But before that, I mean, things were going okay. I had a 1-star there, which was terrible. 2-star where I forgot my spells, still worked out okay, and then a whole bunch of 3-stars. So the cup offers are pretty bad up here. If I was in Champions 3, then I would be hitting these for 25 or 30 cups each time. So that's what got me kind of going here. I got to get back over 4,100 tonight before I go to bed. That's sort of my personal goal. So that's what we're doing. Now, I got a couple assumptions that are going to be made. The first one is that you already know how to 3-star. So if you don't know how to 3-star, head over to One Hive Raids or Power Bang or whoever your favorite YouTube personality is that talks about 3-starring, and learn how to do that. Because if you try to 2-star your way up, while a lot of people think that's how you do it, I guess you could if you really wanted to, but it would take you forever. And if you look at my defense log, I'm losing 17, 24, 27, a couple lucky breaks there, but 26, 15. There's no way I'm going to get up if I'm going up. What was my 2-star? I got 1 cup or 8. So 8 was a good one. 2 cups on a 2-star would not have gotten me very far. Second one I'm going to do, or the second assumption I'm going to make, is that you're able to put in the time. If you look at my log, it's kind of sporadic. I haven't been super active today, but there's a raid 40 minutes ago, 2 hours ago, 4, 5, 7, 7, 9, 10. So I'm kind of throughout the day. If you're just a 2 to 3 raids per day kind of person, you're probably not going to get there. And I would encourage you to figure out a different strategy for getting your loot. At the beginning, you're going to have to be okay with ignoring the loot, and that's going to be tough, but just trust me, it all pays off in the end. Go for the cups, don't go for the loot. My other thing is I'm going to be assuming that you're not going for dark. I, at one point, was down to 17,000 dark elixir. I'm only up to 53,000 now, so it hasn't exactly worked out very well. If you boost like Super Queen or use Giants, you're probably going to get yourself 15 to 25,000 per day, and I'm getting 20,000 per week. So don't do this if you're looking for dark. Do this if you're looking for golden elixir like I was to upgrade my wizard's towers, which I did, and now I'm working on my walls. And the other thing is, the last thing, this is really important, you need a support system. You need people to hook you up with troops and you need people to give you some emotional support when things are down. So I had a total of 3 failed raids in my quest. They all happened once I got over 4,000 cups. 2 of them were misclicks, one of them was just a bad raid, and you get pretty down on yourself, and you need people to kind of pick you up. So it's important that you have that. So before the raid, a couple things you want to check. First thing you want to do is make sure you have your troops and your spells. It's not like the war raids; they don't give you a little message prompt at the beginning to tell you whether or not you have everything. So physically check. Second thing is make sure that your next army is all queued up and ready to go. So I divide my army up in a way where I get pretty equal training time, and that's sort of my main goal. I want to be able to be consistent, repeatable over and over again. It's going to take the exact same amount of time every time. I dropped a couple wizards and I brought extra archers. This was actually a suggestion that was given to me by Sarah, who's also a Titan, and they got it today as well. And that's because when you do have these 48% raids, sometimes 2 archers could be the difference between getting the 1 star and not. So bring a couple extra archers so that you have something to get up some of those free buildings if you need to get a couple extra percent. Now, before you actually go on your raid, so you've got your troops queued up, you've got that. You want to make sure that you boost the buildings that are most important to you. All right. So the buildings, when I'm pushing in this case, the buildings that are most important to me are my dark barracks. So I'm going to boost both of those. It's great right now with this 1 gem boost. I need to boost both of my heroes, and that's because I need them to heal as quickly as possible. And then I also want to do my spell factory and my dark spell factory. And the reason you do those is because they're the longest times. So you want to take advantage of your longest times. If I was cooking a P.E.K.K.A., so in this case I got a clan castle P.E.K.K.A. If I was cooking a P.E.K.K.A., I would also boost whatever building that was because it's going to mess up my equal training time that was really important to me. So I want to make sure that my raids aren't sitting idle waiting. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to calculate what is your longest time. So in this case, my longest time is my king. He takes approximately 20 minutes when he's boosted to go from 0 health to fully regenerated. So I know that for the first 15 to 20 minutes of my raid, all I'm doing is healing my king, and I don't have to worry about taking the first base that I see. I can take my time and find a base that works well for me. All right, so now what we're going to do is once you've done all that and got everything ready is you just basically start your search. One more thing before we go. I'm trying to utilize my shield as well. So I've got 11 hours left on this. I know I'm going to burn 4 hours on my next raid, which will put me down to 7. And then I just have to raid again before I get down to 5 hours. And if I do that, then I'll maximize my village guard. So by doing that, I know that I'm going to have a 2-hour break after this raid if I want. I can go and watch TV or do whatever. So you don't have to know life it anymore with this new system. You don't have to stay online and keep your phone or your device on you at all times. You can take some breaks here and there, and it's about being strategic with your breaks so that you can really push when you need to. So let's get going here. Now, the one thing I wanted to show everybody was we talk about the cloud chat, and most people don't know what that is. That's great. Once you're over 3,600 cups or 3,500, I'm not sure the exact amount, you start being able to talk on the chats. That's why I'm on the Norwegian one. The chats are a lot nicer when you're sitting here waiting. So earlier today, I had to wait over an hour and a half for one base, so it was nice to not have to look at the English global. So. What you do is if you're going to use the cloud chat, make sure that you zoom in on the bases. 2 of my things were misclicks because I was typing in cloud chat, and when I found the base, I clicked on the base and I dropped troops. So, and then I had to raid 2 max Town Hall 11s, and that wasn't very good. So always zoom in. That way, if you click, hey, I'd have to click up at the top there by the name in order to accidentally drop one. So just take advantage of that. That's a pro tip to stop yourself from some heartbreak. Now, in this case, I'm just searching. This is probably going to take a little while, maybe 15, 20 minutes at this league. If I was in Champions 1, I would expect to find a Town Hall 9 that I could raid within the first, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes. If I was in Champions 3, I would expect to find something within the first, I don't know, 45 seconds. But like I said, you've got the full 20 minutes, so take advantage of it. Find the base that makes the most sense for you. Don't worry about the loot, and just go for what makes sense. Now, if after that 20 minutes you still haven't found it, or whatever the time is for you, just take the first base that you see. After that point, you've already regenerated everything. Your troops are ready to go. Your spells are ready to go. So you might as well go again and start another base. So take your 5 cups, move on to the next one. Now, at the beginning, I wasn't so keen on that because I didn't want to burn my shield. But at the end of the day, I'm only going to play for so many hours anyway, and then I'm going to turn the game off. So might as well take advantage of it while you can, but that's really up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this. I'm going to come back when I find a base that's worth raiding. We'll do a raid using the P.E.K.K.A strategy, which worked really well for me in Champions 3 and 2. And then I'll show the replay of my Stone Goho approach, which worked very, very well once I got into Champions 1 and the couple of raids that I've done in Titan. So I'll see you soon. Okay, and we're back. So I've been searching here for about 10-15 minutes. This is the first Town Hall 9 base that I've seen. Not a huge fan of this one. This is one that gives me trouble from time to time. But let's give it a shot here. So like I said, I'm using a shattered Goho with a Clan Castle P.E.K.K.A. So maybe you can call it a Go Wipe Ho, I guess, or something. But I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to 3-star this because I said I don't like this. But let's try something like this here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can make sure I don't screw this up. All right, good. So my goal there was to try and hit the expo a little bit as well, and it looks like I was able to do that. So that is very good. The problem with these live raids and trying to record, you don't get a lot of time to scout, so kind of going a little bit off of gut feeling on this one. I'm going to hope for the best. So drop my kill squad similar to a war raid. Got to use my ability a little earlier than I would have liked, but I got to get that queen down, which is good. And now I'm going to start sort of a surgical approach here and try and get all these buildings. Okay, I'm going to use a heal here because I'm guessing they probably got bombs there, but I'm not sure. Yep. Okay, I don't have a lot of troops left though, unfortunately. Drop some more up here. Kind of keep an eye on my queen because I'm notorious for letting her die. Okay, based on what I've seen, there should be another bomb over here. So we'll heal that. Good. I'm going to move on. Drop my some cleanup up at the top here. I always bring, like I said, I bring some extra archers to help with the 50% if needed. And this is going better than I expected so far. So didn't think I was going to even come close. I don't think I'm going to get the 3-star on this, especially since I didn't drop the P.E.K.K.A. So that's not going to work very well for me. But the queen's coming in. She's starting to do some work. She's going to get rid of that expo and get rid of the sweeper. And drop another cleanup troop here, here. Hey, maybe we'll get lucky here with the wall breakers. All right, and this is going to be a 3-star, guys. So that just goes to show how easy Town Hall 9 is to 3-star if you use a proper attack. I didn't even use that one properly. I didn't even need my Clan Castle on that. And I guess I owe Son of Jay for the troop a bit of an apology because he cooked that for me for nothing. But as you can see, that's how easy it is. Now, if I dropped that, it would have been so much faster. I would have had 15 hogs left over. And that's my point. My point is that you don't need Clan Castle troops necessarily. You don't need all this stuff. You just need to have confidence in yourself, and you need to just treat it like a war raid. The bases are built the same way. The bombs are in generally the same spot. You're looking for gaps around whiz towers. You're looking for gaps between defensive troops, point defense mostly. And the idea is that you just kind of have to go with what you know and just trust yourself. So that's that. So sorry it wasn't the greatest replay there, but hey, it's the best you're going to get right now because I'm not recording another one. But I wanted to show you, this is the one I've been using primarily since I got over 3900, which is more of a stoned Goho approach. Well, it is a stone Goho approach. Same spell composition, same wizards, same archers, but this is designed for a little more tanking. So I would recommend this once you're over 3900 cups. Don't waste your clan's Dark Elixir getting golems when you're in Champions 3 and 2. You don't need it. If you need anything, grab a P.E.K.K.A. or go with what feels comfortable. You want to get 6 giants, or you want to get 6 more hogs, or whatever, right? Whatever you want. For a while there, I just said cleanup troops. So give me whatever you got: minions, archers, barbs. It didn't really matter. Some people have used Volks. I mean, it's pretty versatile. But let's watch this raid. So when I started this raid, and I was recording it live at the time, and like I said, my computer crapped out on me. But I didn't think I was going to three-star this. So my first thought was, okay, I need to ensure that I get the two. I mean, this guy's hero, it's a level 30 queen. That's a little more than I like. A level 30 king, pretty much max defenses. I thought, I don't think I'm going to three-star this. But I quickly scouted it. It was the best scout I could do. I dropped my wizards. Like I said, I hate when you're raiding without having a chance to scout out the base. You kind of have to go off gut feel. You have to kind of time it a little bit, kind of steer your troops where you want. And I was worried my king was going to walk, but he didn't. I dropped the wall breakers. They went where I wanted finally. And at this point, I was like, okay, this is a good start. Everything's going where I want. Dropped the rage, took out a double bomb set, which is perfect. Had to use my ability. And then this golem popped out. Now, golems are terrible. They're easy to get rid of, but when they explode, they can take out your king. So thankfully, in this case, he didn't. I was happy. Everything started going as planned. So I started dropping my hogs. Now, when I got that double bomb set, I said, okay, there's a good chance here that I'm going to three-star this base, because that was one of my concerns, was how was I going to get rid of both bomb spots. So I got pretty lucky there. I started dropping my hogs, like I said, in a surgical approach. Everything was going well. Healed where I thought the bombs were. Got lucky again. They were there. Triggered them one at a time. Everything was going great. Started dropping my cleanup troops here in a second. I didn't have many left, but everything was just going to plan. And at this point, I was starting to look at the amount of dark elixir that's still available on this base and saying I'm going to get all that, and I did. So let's just kind of watch how it plays out. Hogs are doing work. Excellent. And my queen has barely even been touched. Look, she's basically got full health. I haven't used her ability yet. I used it essentially just to give me more cleanup troops in a second. And she's just doing work. So I'm going to speed this up so we don't have to watch everything. She's walking around. My hogs are just doing their thing. I dropped all my archers. I didn't have to worry about using them for the 50%. So I just peppered them around. Everything's going great. Everything's going well. And there you go. Boom goes the dynamite. And I'm looking at, if you add in my loot bonus, I would have got about, well, you add 280 on top of that, so 400, 450, 400 dark elixir. Pretty good. If you got that raid in gold 1 or 2, you'd be sharing it, you'd be taking screenshots of it, you'd be posting it on Twitter, right? So nothing to be too upset about. If you take a quick look at my raids, you'll see that I'm getting, well, except for the one I failed, ignore that. But look, 350, 250, 350, 150. So tack 280 on top of all of those, and that's the kind of loot that you're bringing in up here. Like I said, not the greatest on dark, but for golden elixir, you're not doing too bad. So that's my video for today, guys. Very quick, very dirty. Not a lot of post-editing is going to happen to this. Not a lot of pre-editing. I'm doing this on an old set of headphones. Nothing special. I just wanted to get something out for you guys to look at. So if you have any questions, you can hit me up on GroupMe, or you can comment on the video. You can hit me up on Twitter at Liquid Gaming. With a KW. Just ignore that. It's a nickname from when I was a teenager, and it stuck. So we can't change the past. So thanks a lot, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and clash on.